Oh, there you are. Right. Hello. My name is Tom Mason. I am from the future. Ooh, the future. Right. You're about to watch the pilot episode for the Nonsense Chat, recorded live on Twitch. Now, as you know, and I've said several times in the thing, it's also edited for YouTube, right? Anyway, I haven't gone long. I've been told to tell you this. There's a few issues with the microphone where it goes, but it's still listenable because it's not every. It's not. It's so it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, and yeah. What else? What else did I need to say? Hang on, give me a second. What else do you want me to say? So I mentioned the fact that the audio might not be right. What else do you want me to mention? All right, okay. TGM also wanted me to tell you that the chat segment is definitely not stand-up. I repeat, definitely not stand-up. It's just nonsense. Give me a second. What do you want now? What? You want me to tell them that? You want me to tone it down, like? Okay. Yeah, it is that Ghost of series, which they've not decided yet. I'll have to tone it down because it's slightly too nonsensy. Yeah. So the original recording on Twitch was a lot longer than the YouTube edited version due to that, and due to the fact that when you're going from scene to scene, there's bits you have to do, and you can easily chop them down. Anyway, that's me, Tom Mason from the future. I've got to go and do some futuristic things. Let me have a look. Oh right, my hovercar's here. I gotta get my hovercar. Bye! Get back here, hovercar! No! Get back here, hovercar! No, hovercar! No! Why do you fail me like this? Ow! I've just hurt me knee! I didn't fall that far, I didn't smash it that high, apparently. It looks high to me.
Hello, and welcome to Nonsense Chat, the live Twitch and pre-recorded and re-edited for YouTube show, which is a spin-off from my college university radio show, Nonsense. This is where there'll be a mixture of nonsense conversation and nonsense sketches, so improvised sketches that are silly and improvised chatter that, if you're watching it live on Twitch, could include the Twitch pop-out chat or me talking about absolute nonsense like on my podcast Chatterbox. But without further ado, please roll intro or title sequence, depending on what you want to call it.
You're watching the TGM production.
Right. So, come on, Derek. You can do this, right? So, how do we set up and start our own live Twitch thing? Right. This must be easy. It must be sensible. It must be a concept I can easily understand. Now, I've got Twitch open here on this screen. Yeah. I've got the stuff I've produced for it here on this one. Now, I've got something called OBS. Right. My question is, what does it do? It says, start streaming, start recording, start virtual camera, studio mode settings. So, I assume I press start streaming. So when I'm ready, I will press start streaming. But as of present, I'm not really no. Now I've got me telecommunication device where I can what's the word? What's the word? Promote the the stream. So if I go to Twitch, yeah, I think this is gonna work. I've got right. Oh, that's oh no, I don't want to start playing Limmy. Right. Oh, Tom Mason. My name popped up. I don't know why. Oh no, I'm live. I didn't want to be live. It does mean I can share it, though, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Yeah. Right. Press the share button. Copy. Right. So I share it on the internet on online platforms. Right. Let's share it on our first platform. Let's say, what do we say when we live stream? We go uh s- um just starting um live on Twitch. And I'm gonna call this a pilot. And I'm gonna call it comedy because I'm trying to be ha 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 funny. Uh live on Twitch right now. Oh no. You can see the pilot for my brand new show, right? A brand new comedy show, brand new comedy show, right now on Twitch. But if you miss it, then there will be a edited, no, let's spell the word right, edited version on, no, we don't want to put full stop. I don't know why mobile phones, when you just put full stops and you don't need them on YouTube. Now I can put a full stop. Right. Then we put a link. There we go. Right. We copy it. Press done. And we press a post. Right. Then what we do is we go to our second platform. So for this second platform, what I gather, well, I'll put on the third platform actually first because well, we don't need what we're looking for. Right, okay. Let's go to Photoshop because we need the image. For our next platform, we need the image. Now, on the mobile device, it's a lot quicker if you press View History. Because what that does, if you press View History, it means if you've done something before, like I wrote something on the screen that said show starting soon, then I can then go back in the history and get the image I'm looking for so I can share my show. Yes. Right? And post. Wait. Keep app open. Whoa. Post successful. Right. There we go. So now that we've done that, now we need to work out what's our title going to be because we've forgotten to put the title. Now, it has to be something snappy. It has to be something witty. Let's call this the No Nonsense Show, or let's call this At Home with the I don't know. Let's call it the Ha 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 comedy show, or we could call it the La 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 Laugh Along with 4 different L's. That could work. The Laugh Along. We could call it the sing along. No, because we're not. Ba, 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 da, ba, da, da. No, we're not going to be singing. We can't go and sing along. Can we call it the chat along? Yes. Woo. Let's call it the chat along. This is the show where I chat along. Right. Now, where do we press the button? Is it any of these? Oh, right. Let's begin. Yeah. let's begin. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage. I'm doing some chatting. Right? Doing some ha 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 chatting. It's the one and only Tom Mason. Hello, hello, hello. We're gonna do some chatting now. Woo! Chatting. Oh, chatting. Whoa, whoa. Now, the first thing of chatting is making sure that's rule number one of chatting. Right. So, let's see. Let's see what our topic is today. Now, if you're obviously this is my pilot episode for my new ha 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 comedy show. This is the part of the show where I improvise chatter both either because it's live on Twitch and obviously edited for YouTube. And I haven't decided yet because we're live now. There might be some edited bits added to the show because I'm looking at our clock and I feel like everything's happened too quick for my liking. We might add some bits for the pre-recorded to sort of explain what's going on or do another gag. I don't know. All will be revealed when I come to edit it. Now, let's talk about comedy. There's different shapes of comedy, but the comedy crime. Their family, the comedy crime. Will they put it in the comedy category? No. Will the British Comedy Guide promote it? Yes. Is that comedy? Yes. So, yes, a little bit of comedy chatter and comedy ha ha ha. Because if you really think about it, lots of things are comedy. Now, comedy is here, there, and everywhere, wide and vast, and let's say like a sprawling landscape of chuckles, right? You always have a long, sprawling life of chuckles. Yes. Now this week, whilst we're doing the chatter section, before we get into the other bits, this week I've been thinking. I looked out the window above. I saw a story I love. Actually, I looked out the window, and it's raining. I thought, no, thank you. No, thank you. Now, for anyone wondering, this is not stand-up comedy. No, 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 no. This is where I do a chatterbox and chat. The light blinding. I do some chat. Oh, and I do some chat. Oh, and I do some chat. Yes, because this is a comedy program. This is not a stand-up vehicle. If it was a stand-up vehicle, it'll be you walking, right? Be walking. It won't be a proper vehicle because why would it be? But it'd be walking. It'd be walking. It'd be walking in Milwaukee, right? And you check. Oh, you can't walk and look, but apparently you can. You can walk and look. You can walk and look. I'm gonna 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 walk and look. See, this is why it's called nonsense chat. Because right now I'm chatting, and you're probably wondering, what is this nonsense? Well, what I'm going to chat about, very briefly, and I will talk about this on my podcast, Comedy Breakdown, but in university, I had a radio show where it was radio spot, where I could try out new ideas. I did an anthology series once, Albert Farr got his own radio show once, and it all goes on and on and on and on and on and on. But I did 2 series of a improvised show where I improvised most of the sound effects, the audio, pretty much everything called Nonsense. Now, Nonsense had sketches such as what I keep on mentioning, where I pretended to be a small child hijacking a plane going wee wee wee, because the idea of the gag there was sometimes when you're on aeroplanes, right? Sometimes they let the children have a look at the cockpit because, oh, why not? It's something to do, right? So you do that and you look at the cockpit, and then my gag was just stepping that further. Anyway, so we did this show, and Nonsense ran for 2 series, and I felt like bits of it started to wear off. I felt that bits of it didn't seem to work. Bits of it didn't seem to sort of gel, if you will. If you will. So we had a lot of well, I had a lot of problems with it, and I said to myself, well, what do I do now? So I ended the series after 2. But I really like the Nonsense brand, I thought, yesterday, because yesterday on Twitch, I tested out pre-recorded stuff to see what the quality is like on Twitch when I was using a different website, because I had the information on my iPad and on my computer at that moment in time. So it was my Tom Mason Vlogs documentary about what's going on with like a reaction, and then my review of the reboot of Balamory. What's the story in Balamory, wouldn't you like to know? Woo! What's the story in Balamory, would you like to know? Edie McCready, everywhere you go. Balamory. Oh. And it also involved, I stopped it afterwards because I found out that the right, it stopped on so the original song is this. Have you seen all the different colored houses sitting by the sea? When I tell you a story in Balamory, wouldn't you like to see? And then the new song is trying to think of the song melody. Which colored house? Which colored house? Which colored house is it going to be? And then I also had my favourite of the Balamory reboot songs. This. I have to get into the rhythm. I'm PC Plum, and I'll tell you what I've done. I don't know what. Probably gather that I don't know the words fully to that song. All I know is it goes, I'm PC Plum, and I'll tell you what I've done. I'll know the world. Woo! Anyway, so I found that they sort of worked. So I came up with an idea. But the idea was in the Nonsense brand. So it was our first ever Nonsense spin-off. But that requires too much, and I felt like the idea was too similar. Too similar by accident to Saturday Night Live UK. Or Saturday Night Live as a franchise globally, right? The Korean one, apparently really popular. Did I know that? No, I didn't. So, what I did was I created Nonsense Chat, which is I do a sketch. So the opening sketch for Nonsense Chat is as I nearly fall over, is a character trying to do Twitch for the first time, and because I knew that pre-recorded stuff worked, I was able to create the title sequence and theme tune and whatnot and shove it in. Right? All works. This does feel slightly stand-up here. I'm not wearing my stand-up costume, so it doesn't count. It doesn't count! So I thought, right, okay, that works. But I wanted to create a show. I wanted to create this concept. So Nonsense Chat was born. Nonsense Chat was just a way of working out how do I generate a show where I can interact with the live audience easier whilst I'm trying to work out what I want to do, because I'm a performer. I wrote an article on Substack called Am I a Performer? Yeah, and so I'm trying to work that out. So, yeah. But I'm not doing stand-up right now. I am not doing stand-up right now. Because what I'm doing right now is absolute nonsense. Some people would say nothing. Some people would say everything. Some people would say, could you just stick to doing stand-up, mate? Well, Twitch. Let's talk about Twitch. Let's talk about Twitch. Without Twitch. Without knocking things over. The whole idea of nonsense is I think the mic went out there. That's the pure funny about it. Anything can happen. 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 Woo! So, whilst we check our we aim to do at least one live show on Twitch. Longer than an hour. Like an hour. We aim. We conquer. We don't always succeed. So who knows if Nonsense Chat will return. Now, Twitch is a platform, for anyone that doesn't know, if you're watching this on YouTube. Twitch is a platform where, how do I word it? Where you live stream things. So it could be, all you need is a software where you can press live stream and you can do whatever you want. Traditionally, the platform is used for let's play The Sims, Minecraft, League of Legends, a video game platform. But then he added a section called Just Chatting. Just Chatting. Woo. Just Chatting. And on that Just Chatting section, you have all sorts of. Then move your screen, just washing up club. Try to think. I can't think. Oh, Richard Herring did a puppet show, and I think he also did playing snooker by himself live on Twitch a few times. I don't think he uses Twitch as much as he would like anymore, but that's what he used to do. So I thought, right, okay, what can I do? Well, I want to do some performance arts. So I've done stand up here with I've done stand up with myself and stand up as Ruthless Nige. Then with my company, then I did two sketchy things, whatever. I don't know what genre I'm calling it, with Albert Philpott delivering Christmas messages. And then, on top of that, I then did Chatterbox Live quite recently, which was not the whole podcast live. No, it was partial bits of the podcast live. It wasn't a sort of live rendition of the podcast, if that makes sense. So it was like I was trying to make the podcast over the certain length of the previous edition of the podcast. So I recorded bits of it here. Now, if you're wondering, Tom, Tom, why you keep checking your communication device, your telephone? Well, because checking how long we've been going for and checking to see if there's anything interesting to disco discover. Disco discover. Disco discover. La 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 la. La 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 la. Disco discover. See, nonsense is where if I have an idea, I have a thought, I have something I want to disco. I don't need to go and say, Disco Dave, come over here. I can just do it. Now, some bits of this, if I look at my Twitch timer, we are 30 minutes into it, right? That is not going to be the length on YouTube because there's bits of editing and there was an error at the beginning. I didn't think my microphone was recording. So there is bits to chop out of it, but that's the pure joy of being a comic performer. Now, are you wondering, Tom, why are you wearing a shirt, a waistcoat, and a tie? Because I'm trying to perform. I'm trying to create a persona. So my persona for Nonsense Chat and Absolute Nonsense is But I was watching a program the other day and I thought, that's a good idea. And I'm also working on something which I'll mention in Comedy Breakdown, my comedy podcast about my career in comedy. I can speak. But I've got a friend, actually, this is the word I'm going to say. A friend called Monkey. He was named after the PG Tips, Monkey, if you're familiar. And on said show, with Monkey, talking about my friend Monkey, he said, Tom, could you please wear this without a hat, and because that's my trademark, so I can watch it and go, what do they look like? Well, let me just bring the microphone closer. So, Monkey, if you're watching this, which you are, because you said you were, please do tell us when it. Please tell me, do you think this works for you, or do you think the thing that's missing is the hat, and that's why it's gonna work well for you? Tell me, come on, tell me. I know you can't tell me now, but just tell me, Monkey. Next time I see you, tell me. I never actually asked him if Monkey was actually his real name, but apparently I've seen his birth certificate and it said Monkey on it. Apparently his parents were trying to get him the PG-6 Monkey once and they couldn't. But apparently he's coming back in stock, so I don't know. I don't know. So, really, if you think about it, you can say to someone, what did you do today? Well, I watched this thing and it was a load of nonsense. And they go, oh yeah, I know that. It's not called a load of nonsense, is it? No. It's called nonsense chat. Hey! And that's what we have done today. We have done nonsense chat. We've done nonsense chat. We've done nonsense. I'm not going to sing. I can't sing, but I do have an album on the good old Spotify. Let me just get that up. My comedy album. I mean it's not very well presented here on the mobile device, but it does still let me represent what I want to demonstrate. So let's have a look at my comedy album, which is available on Bandcamp currently and available on my website, tommason.uk. Here we go. Wait for it. The sound of food. So hopefully you can see what I am exactly on about. But as I said, this is a show called Nonsense. So anything can happen, and if you think about it, I'm stood slightly off the camera because as I'm about to sit here, anything could happen, and anything might happen in the next 4 more years. So anything could happen, anything could happen, anything could happen. So let's see what might happen. So my album is available on Spotify, and it's currently, right, in my opinion, quite good. So it proves my point. And it's funny because I've laughed at it several times because I laughed at the idea of it being available on Spotify. A comical output, a very, very, very comical output. If you think about it, it's very funny because of the outcome it is. So, as we can see, my album, The Sound of Food, is available on Spotify. Now you can see that it's available on Spotify. I made it clear it's available on Spotify because the image is directly on your screen. Because I think that'll be even more random because I've never actually, in my entire time, attempted to do anything so random like that. So let's see what more random things occur in our future, and let's see what more random things occur in our past. Now, I'd like to say, no, thank you. I'd like to say, well done. I'd like to say, thank you for watching Nonsense Chat. If you watch this live, on Twitch, or if you watch this pre-recorded on YouTube. No, this is not stand-up comedy. No, 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 no. No way, Jose, in stand-up comedy. Because in stand-up comedy, I wouldn't present that unless I was doing PowerPoint comedy, which I was not doing PowerPoint comedy. Nor will I ever do PowerPoint comedy because I can't. What I would do is have a projector that might have been made in a PowerPoint, but just have different images to represent what I'm on about. So if I did a Doctor Who stand-up show, we'd have Doctor Who based images, but it wouldn't be a PowerPoint. There's far better PowerPoint comedians out there. It's far better, because I'm not a PowerPoint comedian. If anything, I'm an alternative act because nonsense chat is very weird, very nonsense, and could go in any direction. Could go in any direction. This time, oh, it could go in any direction. Could go in any direction. Who knows what direction it could go in? It could go in any direction. Yes. As I'm now at breath for that jog. Anything can happen. Anything might happen. I'd like to say thanks for watching if you're watching it live here on Twitch, and I'd like to say thank you for watching if you watched it pre-recorded on the good old face of book. And for anyone that is watching that may or may not be watching right now, hello. Because I generally forgot to say hello. That is my grave downfall. I forgot to say hello, and I am now saying hello. I'll always say hello because to make it more nonsense. I was just checking, got a button on the app on my app here, but currently my light's gone out. Woo! My light's gone out. My light's gone out. Yes, my light back on now. So what I'm doing, I'll give you the insight. The insight knowledge is on the app for Twitch. With a button, you press it, right? And it has a man, and it has a thing on it, and it gives you some information. I was just looking at what that information was because I obviously I'm not the most amazing person in the world. I've never really done this before, in a sense of I'm not really used to what buttons you meant to press. I don't really know what you're supposed to do. It's all pretty much new to me. So yeah. So I like to end it there. We've got our remote control, our mouse, our mouse, our mouse, our computer mouse. I something call it mine. I like to say thank you. I like to say goodbye. Yes, it's been fun. Yes, it's been fun. It's been fun. It's been fun. It's been fun. The right button. When it, yeah, woo, 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 woo. It's been fun. You have been watching live on Twitch or pre-recorded on YouTube. Nonsense, the Nonsense Chat. Presented, acted, performed by Tom Mason. This was a TGM production. The actor in our first sketch was Tom Mason, and our chatter slash performer definitely not doing stand-up because he wouldn't do that type of stand-up because that isn't stand-up and that will never be stand-up. Tom Mason. Thanks for watching, and well, let's just say anything can happen. Anything can happen. Ooh ooh ooh. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Ooh ooh ooh. As one person said. because if I'm not mistaken, and I am the MC here, there is a song that has the lyrics, anything can happen, anything can happen, ooh, 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 ooh. But I don't know who sang that. Ooh, 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 ooh. So, thanks for watching. Bye. This has been Nonsense Chat. What a load of nonsense.